This week, we're going to be looking at what happens when you buy too many broken things off the internet. Now, I, like most people, are very influenced by things they watch on the internet.
What is Jen doing with the internet?
And recently, I have been watching a lot of Hainbach and Look Mum, No Computer. And between the two of them, they have inspired me to buy not one, but two dictaphones to try and find a dictaphone that actually works. And after buying two, I've basically given up because I feel like this technology is really getting on a bit now. I had a look, I took them apart, and I don't really have the skills to replace the bands/belts in them. And so I'd sort of giving it up as a lost cause. Now, I was walking down the street or something the other day, riding my bike, playing guitar, and I thought, hang about, there must be something else you can do with a dictaphone that the tape doesn't work. I realised that there are three things that you can use these for, and that is what this video is going to be about. The three things that you can use a broken but still power-upable dictaphone. So let's head over to the little demo table and I'll show you what I mean. Hello, Phil from the future here. Some of you, I've realised, who aren't as advanced in age as I am, might not know what a dictaphone was used for. So this is a dictaphone, as you have seen. Now what these were a very limited bandwidth, hello Lila, recorder that used little tiny tapes called microcassettes and a very limited little microphone to be used by doctors and so on, and high-powered Hollywood movie executives to record their thoughts so their secretary or someone like that could then type them out later. Obviously this was before the age of computers and iPhones and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, back to the other Phil in the past. Now, the first thing I realised is they have a microphone in already, and they have an earphone out, which means that they have their own preamp in, which means you can plug them in to anything with a line level source. Now, to demonstrate this, I have plugged into the line in on my OP1 field. Now, when you record these, they do only spit out mono, so you have to make sure that you're set on the mono there. Now, the other thing you have to do is break them a little bit, because normally they won't be able to go into record unless there is a tape in it. Now, I have this little radio mic on, which you're hearing now, but when I do this, you are going to hear, if I turn the mic on, what my voice sounds like very close to a dictaphone. Now, if I hold it slightly further away, you'll hear that it's probably clipping a little bit, but not too bad. I'm going to zoom in now. If you look here, the level is peaking there. Now, there's no compressor or anything in between. And if I get even closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and louder and louder and louder, it never gets any louder on the meter. So I think these little devices, as well as having a very limited range in the audio spectrum, i.e. not recording a lot of low end, not recording a lot of real high end, also have a compressor of the audio kind, which means that you can get it really up close to your voice and you can get a really la. If you were into ASMR, this would be quite a good microphone to use, I think. Anyway, so that is number one. You can use the horrible microphone inside this thing to get a really kind of cool, lo-fi, grungy mic tone. I imagine it would be cool to use as like the crotch mic on a drum kit, or if you wanted to record some horns, really crunchy, this would be cool for that. Or get like a good lo-fi vocal effect, also be kind of cool. The second one is to act as a colour box in between two things. So I have this sound on the vocal bass. Yeah, a bit of acid. So if I now unplug it from here and use this coloured lead to come out the headphones and then turn the volume down into, there is a mic in on these dictaphones. So you can plug the microphone in. Let's just turn that off for a minute. You can plug the microphone in and then you can hear what it sounds like. So that's it, very low down. And again, if you look at the meters here, you can really see how clearly that compressor is just working. There. So you get a lot of hiss and a lot of noise, but that's kind of the vibe we're going for, right? So you can clean it right up. And then so that is option 2, a very kind of noisy drive box. Now, the third thing you can do, this was something I discovered almost by accident, is you can use the play mode, which engages the little playback head, and you can play something out of your synth and you can use it as a slightly cleaner, which you might like, you might not, color box. The only issue is you have to precisely line up your cable. Now, what's good about this is you could put it across like your whole mix. But you see, it's quite hard to keep it on there. That is the 3 things that you can do with a broken dictaphone. Don't give up if you've got an old broken dictaphone, or I guess even a tape recorder that doesn't move the tape anymore. There are still things that you can use it for in your setup if you want a kind of cool, funky, lo-fi microphone / noise machine / if you feel comfortable jamming mini jacks into the innards of the tape machine, noise generator. I've now whizzed past 300 subscribers, which is amazing. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel and you want to see more of me, please like and subscribe. You can also find my music on Spotify. If you search for Decibel Boy, you'll find me there. And I'm on SoundCloud as well. And there's some stuff on SoundCloud that isn't yet out on Spotify or might not be out on Spotify. So yes, thank you for watching. More videos in a couple of weeks. Probably some music from me next week. And goodbye.